Okay. Living in Pokemon World Day 15. I am currently studying a large psychic Pikachu thing. Raichu. In other news, my starter Pokemon, given to me by Professor Appletree, who I named Ivan, has transformed into a larger version of himself after eating my pre-recipe change Cadbury's chocolate I recently got from the 90s. And Ivan has also stopped saying Bulba and started saying Ivy. Obviously, not choosing Charmander was a mistake. I am now going to attempt to capture the Pikachu floating psychic soulful thing over there. So, there you go. Ivan, using our acquired research, how do we capture the psychic Pikachu evolution thing?
Ivy.
Yeah? Alright, that's good.
Ivy, saw.
It's brilliant!
Ivy, saw. Ivy.
Let's do it! Raichu! Oh! Raichu! Oh! Raichu! Ivan, I'm not sure about your plan to throw a Pokemon at it.
Ivy.
Oh, throw a Pokeball.
Raichu.
Oh, alright.
Raichu.
Don't know how to use those.
Oh, of course you can join me. Come along.
Oh, Raichu.
Ivan, to be a successful Pokemon trainer, I may have to go back in time to, choose a Charmander instead of you.
Ivy.
Hello, every pony. Now I know what you're all thinking. Nerdy Nom Nom. What are you doing here? Well, MLP Fever fans who subscribe to MLP Fever for Cleo and pony-related content, do I have a treat for you. Nerdy Nom Nom, reviewing a Pokemon toy. I mean, I did bust out the Pony OC. You can't say I didn't try to stick to the channel theme. Anyway, I recently purchased this really awesome-looking Alolan Raichu figure from a supermarket.
I will eat your soul with my cute stare.
Now, on the front of the box, we can see the Pokemon logo up there, looking proud with a little TM. There's a Pikachu in the corner, Alolan Raichu in several different languages, Tomy 4+, articulation, and on the back it says Pokemon gotta catch 'em all, TM. And now I shall de-unboxify him. Now, straight out of the box, you do get this rather big leaflet. At the very end, it shows Lunala and Solgaleo. I didn't even know there were toys of those. In the top, it shows Alolan Sandshrew, Bunsweet, 2 different types of Mimikyu, 2 different Pikachus, a Cosmog? Yes, Cosmog. Crabrawler, Poplio, Rowlet, Cranidos, Ditto, mimicking Pikachu halfway, and a lot of others, and a lot more, including 2 different Lycanrocs. Most of the EVs, that's all of the EVs. I didn't know they did Glaceon and Leafeon. And there's also Ash, Decidueye, Fire Cat, dude and mermaid seal. Yay! And on the other side is this very large poster with all of those Pokemon on the other side on it. If you've got all of these, congrats to you. That's one awesome collection. But you're probably also broke. Now on to the main event, the Raichu, the Alolan Raichu. Now what I didn't know when I bought it was that it does come with this little stand, which works with the tail as well as one of his or her feet. So that's pretty cool. Moving that out of the way, you can see that when it comes out of the box, it is floating on its little surfboard psychic tail thing. It has a little light brown stripe there on the darker tail, which is a slightly rubbery material you can reposition at a rather loose ball joint. And the tail just connects in with a couple of little pegs into the feet, so you can psychic surfboard around. Now talking about articulation, little dude has ball joints in his arms. Ball joints, while restrictive due to where you can actually move them, ball joints in the ears, so you can flap those around, kind of get a little bit of expressiveness. There's a swivel joint just right there and right there, so his hips and ankles swivel, which is nice. A little pale yellow belly, which is rather fat and pudgy. White little feet with some yellow lines there, just showing the little digits of his paw things, and a couple of little light yellow dots there. White little paws on his arms, which are very nice with those yellow stripes just indicating the little fingers, and kind of a nice little pointed effect just at the very top, which I like. Alolan Raichu's face consists of a little black line, which has a little smile going on there, although I think there is a slight indentation in the plastic there as well. Dark brown nose, couple of yellow cheeks with its electricity pouches, I do believe. And the eyes are rather interesting. It's got yellow, then a sort of cyan or light blue, then a slightly darker blue and little white shine. And lastly, like any decent Pikachu evolution, he's got a couple of stripes on his back, the same color as his belly. One thing I would say about the figure is, despite it having 9 points of articulation, if you do include the ball jointed tail, which you can hardly really use, but anyway, no matter what you do, the range of movement is so little in each one of the joints that it hardly seems to make much of a difference to how it really appears. You know, like having the ears slightly forward, having them slightly back, doesn't make that much of a difference, and even the arms, they can swivel any way you want, and most of the time it's hard to really get anything that different going, and the leg movement is fairly restrictive, so obviously it looks very, very good on display, and it does come with a display stand, but it's just sad that I would say you can't twist his head to the side. He can't properly be surfing on his tail. He's just floating on it. Maybe reaching out for a hug. But on the topic of neck articulation, maybe I only feel the way I do about Raichu because all of my other Tomy Pokemon figures can swivel their heads. Although despite any complaints I might have about Alolan Raichu here, I would say that it is a really, really solid toy. And I do mean solid because it's actually quite heavy being solid plastic. Because I know you all love arbitrary numbers as much as I do, I'm gonna give it a solid 8 out of 10, which is really, really good. If you enjoyed this review/skit thing video here, then be sure to click like and subscribe. And if you actually want to make subscribing make a difference, then you're gonna want to ring that little bell so you know when MLP Fever uploads a new awesome video. Rah, rah, Raichu.